Hello and welcome to the Cold War class storage tutorial. First, what you're going to want to do is load up the executable. It's going to say data file not found, please open data file. And we're going to go to file, open file, and find that data file, which is, unless you've renamed it, data.coldwar with the Cold War extension. Once that's loaded up, if we exit out of the program, let's save it anyways, and then restart the program, it'll automatically remember where it is. Why we need that data file is because if we add gun, if we didn't have a data file, none of these would exist. So from here, let's add our first class. Let's say it's M1911. And then the gun is, you can just type out the first letter, so I'm going to go 1 for 1911. Optic. I didn't put in the time where it would only give you optics that work on this gun, so you get all of the optics, because that would have taken a massive amount of time, and it would have been really hard to add, and it would have made it very hard to be forwards compatible. So let's give it a quick.led. Muzzle, let's give it a agency suppressor. I don't know if that actually contains that. Barrel, not even sure. Let's make it a favorite. And what this does is it adds this list. So let's go ahead and save it. You can press Control S, or you can go to File, Save, or File, Save As. What it does is it writes it all to that file. And let's take a raw view at this. What I did was I went to a website that contained all of the attachment information, just copied that to a SQL file. Well, not SQL file, I put it into an SQL server. Realized it would have been a lot nicer if I made it like CSV format, which is comma separated values. So now I have all of these attachments. And it missed some of the attachments, and also the website that I got it from was made like right near launch, so that it doesn't have all the new guns, say like Shadow Hunter, the one that was recently added, the Mag-10, the FAR 83, the LC-10, the Street Sweeper. So that's why I added forward compatibility, where you can add your own attachments. Now let's go into adding your own attachments. Let's say attachment name, super cool optic. Let's say that's an attachment that the game added. So then add attachment, super cool optic, added at 141. We can look at the raw data file, go to attachments, 141, super cool optic. Now we can go ahead, edit this, go to optic, super cool optic, right down there. Update, boom, super cool optic. You can order by tab, by column name, so on and so forth. Now if you haven't seen me use any of these buttons up here earlier, let me just show you. Edit selected. Since that right there was selected, it's blue. It opens the editor. And then let's try delete. Delete M1911. Yes. Now we've got nothing. Social right here. Refresh, refreshes everything. That's about it for the tutorial. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to move one set of builds to another data file. So let's open this up. Let's open file, cover.cold war. So we've got error test, 1911, secondary, super cool optic. Now remember that super cool optic, because that's going to come into play in a minute. So what you're going to want to do, I'm going to exit out. And here's this data file that I downloaded back from the YouTube or the GitHub. I'm going to take this, open it up, recover.cold war, not the download data file. Go all the way to the bottom and copy the build. There's going to be a list of builds down here. I'm just going to copy all of them, or copy whichever ones you want. And then go over to data.cold war, the new one, the one that you downloaded, and paste it in here. Now, if you look at recover.cold war, which is your data file, you're going to see super cool gun optic 141. And if you go down to this build, it uses 141 attachment, which is going to be a problem if you're copying over things. Seeing how it doesn't have super cool optic 141 on the downloaded one. So we're just going to go ahead, save this, and see what happens. Then once I open up data.cold war, the new one, it shows us this. See, now optic is none, because super cool optic doesn't exist on the new data file that you downloaded. It just sets the optic to none. That's about it. I hope the tutorial was as terrible for you to watch as it was for me to make. Have a good day.